Good morning. So I'm pretty sure when I started the podcast and started this group, I promised you no bullshit. So, no bullshit. I'm burned out right now. How are you? Now, there are no doubt actual definitions of burnout. Maybe I don't fit that. I don't really care. We toss around words like burnout, depleted, stress, etc. What I know is I'm very tired. My mental health is not great in the sense that my anxiety is up, which means my confidence is down, my self-belief is down around my ankles, and I know what all of that means because actually our confidence and self-belief have got very rarely anything to do with reality and are usually about levels of exhaustion. I know when I'm exhausted and depleted, too much has come out, not enough has gone in, that's where I end up. Now, hang on. So you're thinking, wait a minute, Helen, you're the excessive kindness woman. Have you been telling us to do all this stuff and you haven't been doing it for yourself? Well, this is where it gets interesting. I do it for myself. I am excessively kind to myself all the time. I meet my needs. I think about my needs. I reward myself. I give myself presents. I take time. I do all the things. And that is maintenance. So you'll have heard me talk about our body as our machine, and our output is dependent on our input and our maintenance. And I have been doing my maintenance, so there's no bullshit there. But maintenance is not enough. We know with any machine that sometimes the maintenance just doesn't keep it going. It needs some bigger input. And that's where I'm at, and I know for a fact from talking to all of you that you're in the same place. We're done, aren't we? How done are we? We're so done. We're so done. And sometimes it feels like anger. Sometimes it feels like sadness. Sometimes it feels like despair and exhaustion. Sometimes it feels like resentment. Sometimes it feels like anxiety and overwhelm. We're all feeling it. I haven't spoken to anyone who's not feeling it. So what's the solution? Well, I feel very strongly that the solution is something quite big. Because even if we actually take time off over Christmas, and let's be honest, Christmas isn't time off. Bloody hell, Christmas is a massive project for working parents. It's another project, isn't it? It's like a client has landed a massive project on you in the middle of winter. That's what Christmas is. But even if we do get to take time off over Christmas, it's not enough. What are we going to do? Sit around, rest a bit, fill our cup somewhat with time with family or whatever we want to do. It's not going to be a complete waste. It's not enough though. Why is it not enough? Well, if you scroll down this group, you will see a post that I shared the other day that Amy Newton shared with me, which is about why we're exhausted right now. And I've seen this post doing the rounds on social media in a number of guises, but it's absolutely accurate. We are exhausted because of 2020. We have not recovered, and we have not recovered because we have not processed. You'll know I talk a lot about processing stress and what that looks like and what that can mean. For me, I firmly believe, this is my process, but I firmly believe that I need to spend some time. It's often not as much time as you think. So I'm going to kind of say a day, but it might be a few hours. Often it's not as much time as you think. But I need to go back through my phone and look at the photos from when lockdown started, from when we first got the fear that life was going to be completely turned upside down. And I need to go through all of my photos, scroll through the whole thing. And each one that makes me feel a feeling, sadness, anger, grief, anxiety, I need to feel that feeling. I need to cry. I need to scream into a pillow. I need to hit the mattress. I don't know what I need to do. I need to beat something, but I need to do something. But I need to process out those emotions, actively go through, remember what they were, and give myself time to process them. Because we didn't process it at the time. And I know this to be true because when my youngest was going through his heart surgeries when he was a baby, a lot of people imagined I must be feeling all kinds of things. I wasn't, because you can't do it and feel it at the same time. It's too much. So you feel it later. And if you don't feel it later, you burn out and you fall apart. I've been there a few times. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I feel as though that is something I could potentially facilitate for other people. I don't think it's something I can do virtually. Maybe. I feel it's definitely something I can do in person. I have no concept of what that looks like right now, but I'm just putting it out into the world that if anybody wants me to help them to process what has happened in the last 3 years, please let me know and we'll see what we can come up with, because we all need it. We're not going to feel better until we do that. And we're all putting in so much work right now, and the rewards are precious few, because, money is not coming in as much as it was. It's not as bad as the media makes out, but it's not coming in as much as it was. And positive feedback is not coming in as much as it was, because everyone's burned out. So we're dealing with our own shit and then everybody else's shit that they're throwing at us, because everyone's in the same boat. So you're not going mad. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't been a complete disaster with your self-care. You've probably been looking after yourself as best you can. It's not enough, not because you've done something wrong, but because the last 3 years have been unbelievable. So let's focus on how we're going to process that, because we can't go on like this, can we? Sending so much love to you all.